go. I'm into it though. I'm into it. Hello, coffee cake. Welcome to my cozy, crazy, convicting, and cringy cafe. I'm Mocha, medium roast, barista, and host. And at Cafe Mocha, every ounce of our caffeinated ideas will brew up a latte fun with you all. Hello, 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 my coffee cakes. How are you doing? Welcome back for another gameplay of Imperial Grace, where I have finally had my coronation ceremony, and I think that means I'm officially like an empress, right? Right. Yes. Either way, we met a few different interesting individuals, a cold duke, a mysterious person. Another person is going to just join me at my palace. I think it's a girl named Asha. And I think those are only two new people that we've met. So I'm assuming in this video we're going to probably see a little bit more of them. If I'm remembering right, at our coordination, we're probably going to meet a few other people. We decided to not keep our last name, keep or bring our last name, whatever it is. I didn't want to keep up with traditions and their last name. I brought my last name because we gonna do things different up in here. So, shut up. Let me just. Oh. Okay. Wait. Oh, there we go. Hey. Hey. Ha. Ha.
20 minutes later.
Alright. The party was in full swing. If I was still beaming, my head was starting to hurt with the incessant solicitations of people come to pay their respects. Hey. Hey. Hey.
12 seconds later.
Okay. I'm having the time of my life and I'm not even there. You should empty this glass into a flower pot and ask one of the servants to pour you grape juice instead. Or maybe I had too much wine, if I was being honest. I couldn't remember how many times my glass had been refilled. But one thing I knew, it had never stayed empty. Even if Marjorie was probably right, I pouted. Come on, Marjorie. Am I not allowed to have a bit of fun? It's my coordination day after all. She shook her head with a tender smile. You can't do this precisely because it's your coordination day, sweetheart. Some people might be subtler about it than others, but everyone is watching you and judging you. She was right, and I knew it. I had let myself relax, perhaps a bit too much. Carried away by my enthusiasm, the acknowledgement didn't stop me from heaving a deep sigh of despair. Well, I didn't come here to coddle you. I know that you're perfectly capable of managing the situation. I just wanted to officially congratulate you. No one deserves this title more than you. You will make an incredible empress. Her face sparkled with pride and affection, and I felt my heart melt under her praise. Her opinion had just mattered a lot to me, and if I felt myself go back to that little girl I once was, always sought her approval. I hesitated for an instant, but finally I let myself gently hug her, making sure not to spill my glass on her in the process. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you for everything. She kindly stroked my hair, and I stayed in her embrace for a few moments, just enough to regain control of my emotions, which were threatening me to make me cry. Yep, I feel that. She gently patted my back to remind me of my duties, and I finally let go of her, my face now wearing a more neutral expression. Go on, sweetheart. I won't keep you any longer. People are queuing to talk with you. She was right. As much as they tried to hide it, many people stood nearby, waiting for an opportunity to pounce on me as soon as I'd be free. The quickest to the mark was a young woman I've never seen before. One look at the pretty dreadlocks she sported, decorated with small golden jewels, told me her background. That is a nice hairstyle, girl. Yes. Magnificent coordination, Your Grace. Her melodious accent convinced me I was right, and I flashed her a courteous smile. Thank you. Lady Asha, are you not? Asha? 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 Asha or Asha? I think it's Asha. She seemed surprised for a second, then her face lit up. Well, I'm flattered you recognize me before I can even introduce myself. I don't know who spoke of me to you, but I hope they said good things. She gave me a small laugh, as if to brush off this pleasantry, which I knew I had a deeper meaning. After all, I had indeed heard a lot about her, both from Queen Maeva, who had warmly recommended her to me, and from Robert, who had tried to paint her as an ungodly heathen and temptress the minute she set foot in the capital. Of course, your queen keeps showering you with praise. And allow me to return her kindness, and to tell you how fantastic Maeva is. She'll make a formidable ally. Her familiar way of talking about her ruler made me quirk an eyebrow, but I didn't mention it. After all, Isarian customs were much different from ours, and her relationship with her queen was none of my concern. As long as she didn't use the same casual tone while talking about Chaldean nobility, there would be no issue. Now, I had looked at that word and said it wrong multiple times. My husband says it's... I don't even remember, so it's what it is now. In any case, I do hope Chaldea is to your liking, Lady Asha. Unfortunately, I still haven't had the time to visit your beautiful lands and to taste your many specialties. Therefore, the question may be a bit premature. She gave me a smile, but it didn't reach her eyes, which made me see that her answer was an elegant way to not speak ill of the place without lying. Now that it was my castle and my nation, it did upset me a little, but I couldn't be mad at her for not finding the place a bit drab. My father had never had a keen eye for interior design. I was about to ask her for more futile questions when Robert stepped into the space between us. The gesture was overtly rude, but his position allowed him to act in that manner, and I turned away from Asha to listen to what he had to say. Your Majesty, please forgive me for interrupting, but I must speak with you on a topic of the utmost importance. He barely hid the dirty look he gave Asha. She understood the message and gracefully curtsied. Wow. I'll go breathe some fresh air in the gardens, if you'll excuse me, Your Majesty. I mentally took note of where to find her if I wanted to continue the conversation and bowed to her in lieu of goodbye. Then I focused my attention on Robert, wondering with some trepidation if something bad had happened. He probably just wanted me to get away from her. What's going on? Don't worry, Your Majesty. Nothing that will spoil your night. I just wanted to make sure that you were taking my warnings about the Israelian... It's not Israelian. Isaran diplomat seriously. I don't find her trustworthy at all. I had to hold back a sigh. It was quite distressing to see him go to such trouble only to interrupt my conversation with a foreign dignitary. Please be comforted. She wasn't inviting me to dance naked in the sea of honor of the snake goddess Sif. Wow. What? I had said that in a playful tone, hoping to lighten the mood, but he looked even more upset. You should take this issue at heart. These people are insidious. They seem nice. You let your guard down, and by the time you realize you've fallen into the trap of a witch, it's much too late. I didn't have the patience to hear more of this, and I took an offended expression. Do you believe my faith could be so easily shaken, High Priest? Taken back, he immediately softened and apologized profusely. I relaxed in turn. I'm taking note of your worries, and I promise I'll be careful, but you must also understand that you simply cannot say such things about a foreign guest, especially not in public. This could have serious diplomatic consequences. He scowled once more, but didn't say a word, politely bowing instead. I understand, Your Grace. Oof. I can say things like that now. Okay. A short silence passed between us before he hurried away, mumbling something about prayers he had to make. For the first time of the night, I found myself alone. No one came to talk to me, perhaps for fear of getting caught in the fallout from this tense conversation. I enjoyed that respite and decided to go talk to. Oh! Do you want to spend time with the proud Duke Theodore? Do you want to spend time with the bubbly Ambassador Asha? Do you want to spend time with the devoted General Alexander? let me make some logical decision making, and then I'll give you like emotional decision making. So Alexander, he's on duty, right now he is on duty. I don't want this to come across as if I am distracting him from his duty. Logical. Emotional, I would love to talk to Alexander. I haven't talked to him in a while, it feels like. After it's been a minute. Hope he's going all right. Last time I checked, he was in this stuffy suit and he looked super uncomfortable from what I heard. Asha, haven't really spent time with her. I guess now would be the best time for me to get to know her. But she's also gonna be living at my palace anyway, so I can get to know her at any time. And yeah, that's logical and emotional. I have no ties to her right now. Logical, Duke, listen, he's not like he's on to me like I'm doing something bad, but he already has like a weird relationship with me. I already know I'm going to have to prove myself to him. He's a bit cold. That's my logical approach. But you want to hear my emotional approach? I don't understand why I'm into it. I'm gonna leave it there. I am. I just, I don't know. It's me. It's weird, right? It's kind of weird. I wish I can tell you why that is my thing. I'm sure there's some like deep-seated, rooted issue in myself that likes cold. I don't know. I don't know. I'm into it though. I'm into it. Oh, look at that. I accidentally pressed that twice. Mr. Grumpy.